Ever wondered what it was like to be an ancient gladiator standing in the Colosseum awaiting a fight to the death? Imagine the roar of the crowd, the weight of your weapon, your heart pounding in your chest. Gladiators, the rock stars of ancient Rome, have always been shrouded in fascination and mystery. Their lives were brutal, yet their stories continue to captivate us today. What drew these men and women to such a dangerous profession? Was it the promise of glory, wealth, or simply a fight for survival? These are the questions that have been haunting historians for centuries, and that's precisely what we're here to uncover. This journey will take us to the heart of the ancient world, where we will delve into the lives of these legendary warriors. We will explore their origins, their fame, their daily struggles, and the price they paid for freedom. So, buckle up as we travel back in time to the era of gladiatorial combat. Scene script. Picture this: Rome, 264 BC, the first recorded gladiatorial combat. From the heart of Rome, the concept of gladiators took root and spread across the empire like wildfire. Their origins, though shrouded in mystery, are traced back to the Etruscans, an ancient Italian civilization that predated Rome. They used gladiatorial contests in their death rituals, believing that the spirits of the deceased were appeased by such bloodshed. During the Roman Republic and later the Empire, gladiators became a staple of public entertainment. The era from the 1st century BC to the 2nd century AD marked their zenith of popularity. Emperors and politicians staged colossal gladiatorial games to curry favor with the masses and demonstrate their power and wealth. But who were these gladiators? Contrary to popular belief, not all of them were slaves or criminals forced into the arena as a form of punishment. Many were prisoners of war, sold into the gladiatorial schools that operated like a well-oiled machine, training men to become lethal fighters. Interestingly, a significant number of gladiators were freemen who voluntarily chose this perilous profession. They were drawn to the gladiator life for varied reasons. Some sought the thrill of combat, others the roar of the crowd, and many were lured by the potential for fame and fortune. They signed contracts with lanistas, or gladiator managers, and pledged to endure whatever training or punishments were deemed necessary. Despite their diverse backgrounds, these gladiators shared a common social status. Roman society viewed them as infames, individuals with a tarnished reputation. They were simultaneously admired and despised, their profession seen as both heroic and disgraceful. Yet in the arena, none of that mattered. Dressed in their distinct armor, armed with weapons, and facing the possibility of death with each fight, they became larger-than-life figures. Their courage and prowess in battle captivated the hearts of the spectators, transforming them into the superstars of their era. Despite their harsh reality, gladiators were the superstars of their time, attracting massive audiences with their thrilling combats. Imagine waking up, not knowing if you would live to see another sunset. The life of a gladiator was far from easy. The day would often start before the sun had even graced the sky, with a wake-up call that was more of a command than a gentle nudge. Breakfast would usually consist of a simple meal, often barley porridge, as gladiators were sometimes referred to as barley men. This diet, rich in carbohydrates, was designed to build a layer of fat which could protect them from superficial wounds during the battles. Training would then take up the bulk of their day. This wasn't the kind of workout you'd find in a modern gym, no. It was a brutal, relentless regimen designed to transform them into the very best fighters. They would practice with wooden weapons, honing their skills, their precision, their speed. They would spar, learning to anticipate their opponent's moves, to react rather than think. They would build their strength, their stamina, their resilience, for in the arena, these could mean the difference between life and death. The weapons they trained with varied, reflecting the different types of gladiators. The murmillo, for example, would wield a short sword and a large shield, while the retiarius would use a trident and a net. Each weapon required a unique set of skills, a different style of fighting. As the day wound down, they would prepare for the battles ahead. This wasn't just about polishing their weapons or mending their armor, it was about mental preparation, about steeling themselves for the fight, about finding the courage to step into the arena, knowing they might not step out. A gladiator's life was not just about fighting, it was a display of discipline, strength, and courage. Each day was a testament to their resilience, their determination, their will to survive. And each night as they closed their eyes, they would do so with the knowledge that they had lived to see another sunset, and the hope that they would live to see one more. Freedom. a word that meant everything to a gladiator. It was not merely a state of being, but a beacon of hope, a glimmer of possibility in a world dominated by the roar of the crowd and the clash of steel. The path to freedom was arduous, often paved with blood and sweat, but there was a way. A gladiator could be granted his freedom, symbolized by the rudis, a wooden sword, a token of life beyond the arena. This wooden sword, the rudis, was more than a symbol. It was a passport to a new life, an emblem of survival against the odds. But what did life after freedom look like? For some, it meant a return to a simpler existence, away from the blood-soaked sands. For others, it was a chance to train new gladiators, to pass on their knowledge and experience. Freedom was the ultimate prize, yet it was a dream that few managed to achieve. So, did these ancient warriors get paid for their blood and sweat in the arena? The answer is yes, they did. Gladiators were compensated in several ways, and their earnings were far from insignificant. Firstly, there was the monetary reward. Successful gladiators could earn substantial sums of money, particularly if they emerged victorious in high-profile matches. This was a significant incentive as it offered the potential for a life of comfort outside the arena. But it wasn't just about the money. Gladiators could also receive gifts, often from wealthy patrons or ardent fans. These could range from fine clothes and jewelry to exotic foods and even property. And then, of course, there was the fame. Gladiators who consistently performed well could achieve a level of celebrity akin to modern-day sports stars. Their names would be known far and wide, and their faces might even adorn mosaics and statues. So, while life as a gladiator was perilous, it was not without its rewards.